Are you going to go into the argument for a necessary being?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Continue.
I mean, just to lay it out, you say if everything is contingent, then the series of entities has no first term that provides it with existence. And if the series of entities has no first term that provides it with existence, then nothing in the series of entities exists. But entities in the series do exist, right? So we do observe existence. So therefore, some entity in the series is non-contingent. And so only a contingent entity can be temporal. Therefore, a non-contingent entity is eternal. There's a first entity of the series, which is non-contingent.
Go ahead.
You
Any
got
thoughts?
this one, Dave.
I don't. I was not following.
The argument for the necessary being, every version of the argument is always a syllogism that, much like the Kalam cosmological argument, the premises are not necessarily true, and the conclusion is a non sequitur, which also depends on certain things being misdefined. You know, like where if you define truth incorrectly and you define God incorrectly, then you can define God as truth. But it really boils down to you can't explain blank, therefore magic.
Well, no, it's not saying that. It's just saying that.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
God
in there.
is magic. Same thing.
But it's saying that you can't have an infinite regress of contingent entities. There has to be some member of the series that is the first term. That's what it's saying.
Why isn't it the universe?
Okay. Well, because the universe isn't eternal and it is contingent on certain facts. So that it can't be the non-contingent entity because it displays contingency of its own.
Why do we need a non-contingent? I'm just not like, yeah. Why are we pretending that it has to be contingent on something?
Yeah.
No, so that there is something non-contingent. I mean, the syllogism, what the syllogism proves is that there has to be a first term in the ontological series.
And what is your first term? There's that something had to have existed. There was something that necessarily existed. The necessary existence in this case, and the one that I suggest, is material itself. The necessary being is not immaterial, it's material. It's not conscious, it's unconscious. It's not living, it's dead. So therefore it is not God.
Well, no, I'd say the non-contingent entity is eternal and omnipotent.
Why would it have to be omnipotent?
Well, because if something is non-contingent, the relationship it has to everything else is contingent on it. But if everything else is contingent on it, that means that
if we're talking about a universe in which there is no supernatural, no magic, no gods.
I just don't really understand like the hyper-intellectualization of apologetics. Just like it's very clear